Well, I'm supposed to be live. I don't know if I'm out. I've got my TV on here to kind of check. Let's see if it. Here it goes. Make sure I've got audio. Can somebody give me a 5x5 if anyone's in here still? Hello? All I can hear is Rosie snoring. Let's see who was in here earlier. We had Winter Homestead, Jane, Robert. Let's see. Hi, Mary Miles is here. Good, I'm 5x5. I know this is kind of an odd time to do a live stream right in the middle of the day, but I work weird hours, and a lot of preppers have live streams every week that are certain times, and I don't want to step on anybody's toes because my channel is still kind of minuscule. All right, I can mute my TV now. Let's see if I figure out how to do it. Hey, Midway, good to see you. Like I say, it's a weird time to do a live stream, but I figured I'd pop on here now that the kids are back in school and my overtime is slowed way down. I even have some notes on stuff to talk about this week, so I'm not completely unprepared. And if there's anything you guys want to talk about, just put it in the chat. So the first thing I was going to talk about was Trump and his federal takeover of Washington, D.C., put National Guard troops in there, federal law enforcement patrolling the streets. Of course, the liberals are raging against it, saying it's authoritarian. But from what I've been reading, crime is way down, and no murders in D.C. in the last week, which is highly unusual. So I suspect if you went out and talked to the people that lived in some of these neighborhoods where the crime is bad, they kind of like this. I would. Let's see, Robert said, is martial law coming? I don't think so, Robert. I think sort of like the border when he ran for president, he said he was going to close the border, and Joe Biden said for 4 years he needed Congress to act, which was a lie. You just need somebody to take action. And if it cleans the crime up in these cities, then I think a lot of people would like an assist for a while. I don't think it'll be a permanent thing there in D.C. I heard Chicago's on the hit list next. So we shall see what we shall see. But I think lower crime is a good thing. Democrats are the party of illegal immigrants and criminals. So, no, I don't think they're going to declare martial law. Let's see. And I don't know if y'all are subscribed to Midway's YouTube channel. And I would post a link, but I'm too stupid to know how to do that. I've got my phone pulled up so I can type on it. Let's see if I can do that real quick. Give me just a second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I can't do it. Sorry, I'm not smart enough to, Midway. But Midway Farms has a really good channel. He doesn't put out as many videos as I wish he would because he's a busy man up on his farm. He's all the time out cutting hay and taking care of his cows. Hey, JD. How you doing, buddy? Oh, Lord. Kidney stone. I've never had one, but I know people. I've seen people laying the floor writhing in agony having them. Young fella I work with in his 20s gets them all the time. What if the other side pulls a coup? I think they tried that, Robert, the last time, pretty much, with the Russia hoax and then the Ukraine bull crap. So I don't think there's much that they can do unless somehow they can take over the military to do a coup. I just don't see it happening. But that's just me. Who knows? This world's crazy enough. Anything could happen. Hey, Shelly. Glad you could make it. Sorry that I usually butt dial people, but yesterday I butt texted you somehow. So I don't know how that happens. I can't work smartphones. I'm not smart enough to work a smartphone. Phones are good for everything these days except for actually using it to communicate. I was talking to Robert on the phone yesterday, and it got all jumbled up too. So unless I have my Bluetooth in or my headphones or my and on speaker, it's hard telling what's going to happen. I was talking to my ex-wife the other day, and somehow it was translating everything into Spanish. I didn't know phone could do that. What was it Phil Robertson said one time? I'm an analog man in a digital world. So now I guess everybody, for the past 3 or 4 days, you've seen the memes going around. Cracker Barrel has a new CEO, and they've changed the logo. They're redoing all their restaurants to make it look just soulless. I don't like Cracker Barrel that good. I hardly ever eat there. I like Waffle House a lot better. Cracker Barrel is just a Waffle House for people that don't know how to fight. But I can see what they're trying to do deep down. If you ever heard of a fella named Robbie Starbuck, he did a deep dive into the woke and DEI stuff that's creeped into Cracker Barrel. It's about a 15-minute video. You can find it on thegatewaypundit.com. You might have to dig around for it a little bit, but it's worth a watch. These corporations, they want to kill everything that's traditional in this country. They hate our culture, and they hate anybody that don't go along with all this pride stuff, and it's just ridiculous. I saw where the mayor there was railing about it, that they would rise up against tyranny, JD, but I don't think the police is going to have a whole lot to say about it if Trump sends in the guard. We shall see. You're right, Midway. There's a lot of companies that's been rainbow for quite a while, and they're being exposed for their true colors now. And I don't have anything against gay people. I have gay friends. I think they're a little tired of all this nonsense, especially the T part of that LBGXYZQUT. They're really tired of that. There's a Facebook group, and they're on X, and I think on TikTok, Gays Against Groomers. And they put out some really good stuff, really interesting stuff. Hey, Pilgrim, good to see you, buddy. So, Cracker Barrel was already sliding downhill where quality of food wasn't nearly as good as it used to be. And now I think they might have drove the final nail into their own coffin. Well, be careful driving, Pilgrim, and only text if you're at a red light or a stop sign. We don't want no accidents, buddy. I do not even hardly answer the phone if I'm driving anymore. I already squirrel hunt when I'm driving as much as it is. So something else that I saw the other day, I watched Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival's live stream last Wednesday. And they had Prepping with Sarge on, and Prepping with Sarge has a good channel too. Those fellas are a lot smarter than I am. But they were talking about sleeper cells in America, and they referenced the Sean Ryan podcast where he had the ex-CIA lady on there, Sarah Adams. And I reckon she's still got contacts in the CIA and the, intelligence community. And they estimate that there's anywhere up to 1,000 Al-Qaeda fighters here in the United States just waiting on orders to go. Now, you think 1,000 fighters, that might not be too many considering how big our country is, but you put them in groups of 10, armed to the teeth, and they could do a whole lot of damage before they're stopped. And wonder how they got in. It couldn't have been with the open border policy for the last 4 years where they come in unchecked, unvetted, untethered, don't know who they are, why they're here, where they're at. And I warned people last year, if Trump gets elected and they start getting the illegals out of here, that it's going to get really ugly. And you can see ICE agents being attacked, people doxing them. They had a big protest for the Maryland dad this morning. I forget the dude's name. I really don't care. The MS-13 member, allegedly. Wife beater, allegedly. Been here 14 years, and I watched his little press conference before ICE got him again. Been here 14 years and can't speak a dead burn word of English. Now, let me ask y'all a question. If I would, Shelly, if I knew how to do it. I don't know how to. I don't know what I'm doing. If somebody could tell me how to make somebody a moderator, I'd love to do that. But usually there ain't enough people in my live streams to worry about a troublemaker. So I'll look on YouTube Studio later and see if I can make some moderators. If you want to volunteer, just let me know in the comments after the live stream, and I'll add a couple of moderators. But what was I talking about? Oh, the Maryland dad. I've been here 14 years and can't speak a word of English. Now, let me ask you a question. If you moved to Mexico permanently, moved to France permanently, or anywhere, wouldn't you try to pick up on the language there and try to learn it and assimilate a little bit to their culture? But they don't want to do that. They want to come here and take. They said we're a country of immigrants. Yeah, we were a country of immigrants because we were building a country. Now they want to come over here, and a lot of these people do want to come over here and have a better life, but now they're here with their hand out for their phone, their debit card, staying in hotels. They don't want to work. They don't want to do anything. So I have no problem with anyone wanting to come to America to make a better life. That is the American dream, but there's a correct way to do it. Work visas and things like that, and try to learn the language. And if you want to stay, get on a pathway to citizenship. I know it takes a while, but it should. We have laws. Either we have laws in this country or we don't. I agree, Mary. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. So that kind of burns my britches that they're pushing this crap about the Maryland father. And I know that his speech that he gave this morning was somebody wrote it for him, because ain't no way he came up with it. So it was kind of sad and pathetic to watch. And from what I understand, he is back in ICE custody waiting on his plane ride to Uganda. So happy trails. I hate to be crass about it, but that's just the way it is. It's going to get uglier too, folks. So but like the sleeper cells I was talking about, I don't know where you live if you can carry your self-defense tool with you, but I carry mine everywhere, and I showed it on live stream last week, and somebody told me I could get a strike for doing that. So I better be careful. So I'm not going to show you. But in this house, there are self-defense tools laying around pretty much in every room. My boys never touch them because they know what they can do, and I take them shooting at least twice a year, and it's not forbidden fruit to them. So I don't really worry about it. But God help anybody that tried to get in this house, especially if they're here, because they'll get no mercy. And I'm a pretty sound sleeper, but I've got a trained killer guard dog right over there sleeping on the couch. She's just pretending to sleep. She knows what's going on. The mailman don't stand a chance when he comes up on to deliver the mail. Oh, what else? Is there anything y'all wanted to talk about? I've got a couple more topics here. The raid on the Walrus's office and home last week. I'm talking about the esteemed warmonger, Rhino, Deep Stater, John Bolton, who wants to bomb everybody. His diplomatic solution is to bomb them. He's never met a war he didn't like. Cut his teeth under the bushwhackers, Daddy Bush and his little idiot son, Georgie Bush. And I'm sorry, I'm not a Bush fan. Never have been. But I remember him gleefully on CNN when Mar-a-Lago was raided for classified documents. Do you remember that? he was excited about it. I bet he went home and did illicit things after that. He was so glad to see Trump's home getting raided. But now they're saying that it's a retribution, revenge. Well, can you blame the man if it is? But if Bolton's broke the law, he needs to go to jail. And I can think of a few others that need raided. Comey, Brennan, Clapper, Schiff, and I could go on down the list. Remember, Schiff was on TV during the Russia hoax every week saying that he's seen the evidence. It's crystal clear, but he never did produce it, that Russia interfered in our elections. Now they're saying because Trump's trying to negotiate a peace deal with Ukraine and Russia that he's soft on Putin. Well, I'm sorry, who was president when Putin took over Crimea? Who was president? It was Obama, wasn't it? And when the Russia invaded Ukraine, who was president? I believe it was Potato Head Biden. Robert, that is a bald-faced lie. I would never shock Rosie. Don't need to. She's so fat now she can't hardly walk. Pretty soon I'll have to carry her up and down the steps. But hopefully, if the new place doesn't fall apart on me, if the VA will approve it, the property without me having to spend a fortune to fix piddly stuff, then she'll have a nice yard to run in, about an acre. So I'm excited about the move if it happens. If it doesn't, I'm not going to be homeless. So, and let's see, what else was I going to talk about? Oh, Jeffrey Epstein. You can't go too long without talking about Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell. And I saw an interesting article last Friday. You know, they dumped where that assistant attorney general went down and interviewed Ghislaine Maxwell for 2 days. Well, she says that Lady Rothschild introduced Prince Andrew to Jeffrey Epstein. And of course, y'all know who the Rothschilds are. They're never on, you know, when Forbes puts out the list of the 100 richest people in the world, you notice you never see a Rothschild's name on that list because they don't want to be on that list. I'd say that they have more money than Elon Musk, Bezos, and Zuckerberg put together. That's just me guessing. I don't know. I can't prove it. But I know they're evil people. During the war with England and France, when Napoleon was running wild through Europe, they were financing both sides. Hey, Doug, here's another good channel, folks. If y'all ain't subscribed, Holman's Homestead. They have a lot of good stuff about gardening, cooking, and just life in general on a nice piece of property they got. I'm kind of jealous of them, to tell you the truth. So, like I say, Doug, I don't know how to copy links and put them in the chat. If I did, I would, but I don't have a clue how to do that. So, hope you're doing good, Doug. And like I say, check out Midway Farms and Holman's Homestead. Holman's Homestead. I'll talk English here in a minute. Yeah, that's true, Robert. He was a Rothschild's agent. So they're all connected. The Rothschilds can have their fingers in a lot of dirty pies. That didn't sound right. A lot of dirty stuff. They're connected to the Clintons. And I reckon Epstein helped set up that charitable thing the Clintons set up, the Clinton Global Initiative, so they could pay for Chelsea's wedding, buy her a $10 million house when she got married. The relief money that was supposed to went to the earthquake victims down in Haiti. Thanks, Doug. I'm having a pretty good day. I was out running errands earlier, and I was going to come home and cook, but I decided I'd stop at Kentucky Fried Chicken and eat chicken livers. I get a craving for them about once a month, so Now I've got heartburn real bad because I used too much hot sauce with them. And I've got to, after I get off with this live stream, I've got to get cleaned up and get the boys' supper cooked. Since overtime's cut out, we're cutting out the eating out all the time because I don't like to cook. I'm not a very good cook. I'm a good griller, but I'm not a very good cook. So we're having, what are we having tonight? Mac and cheese, peas, and rotisserie chicken. I bought one of them rotisserie chickens at Wally World, and I've got it in the crock pot warming it up. I can't cook like you guys do, Doug, but maybe one of these days. You think I was single till I was in my 40s and got married, and now I've been single again for 6 years. You think I could cook a little better than I could. Spaghetti is about the extent of my cooking, and a meatloaf. So, all righty, I'm running out of things to talk about. Speaking of the Beaverines, Prepper Nation, has anybody heard how Prepper Nation is doing? I knew he was sick, and I hadn't seen anything about him in a while, and I've been wondering about him. And also Rudy, Alaska Prepper. I hadn't seen or heard anything about Rudy in a while. So, the prepping community is kind of close-knit. Watch each other's live streams, talk to each other in chat and stuff like that. But I've been wondering about John and Rudy for a while now. So I hope they're doing okay. But I really don't know. And there's a lady that watches my YouTube videos named Holly Ivins. And she usually in the chat when I do it. And her husband is going through some medical issues. So if you could say a prayer for them. Really, JD? Okay. Well, was it his live stream or was he just visiting somebody? Yeah, I've not heard anything from Rudy in months and months, Shelly, so I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm not going to keep y'all too long because I'm not an extrovert. I'm more of an introvert. I remember when I was younger, I would have my 7 days off and Ohio Valley Prepping. Is that it, JD, Ohio Valley Prepping? I don't think I'm subscribed to him. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. I have to look that up. I'm assuming that's what it stands for, Ohio Valley Prepping. Okay, that's right. Well, I'll look him up because I try to subscribe and support other preppers. And speaking of prepping, they did have the Keystone beef at Walmart today. So I grabbed a couple of cans. And they have a shelf life of about 5 years. And I've used some of their ground beef like to make spaghetti and meatloaf. And it does pretty good. And hey, Dog Walker, no problem. Glad you can make it. Good to see you. Robert, the Hawkeyes ain't played yet. They don't play till Saturday. What else? Oh, yeah, Tennessee plays Saturday. 12 o'clock game, so... I'm sure the boys will be excited because their afternoon activities will be canceled for 3.5 to 4 hours if the Vols are on. And my oldest son is an Alabama fan, so pray for him. I think he's demonically possessed. I don't know where, but I failed as a father somehow to raise a Crimson Tide fan. It's just heartbreaking. And speaking of the boys, and I mentioned this last week, but they're getting baptized Sunday in Big Stone Gap, Virginia. So I'm excited about that. I'm really proud of them. And while I was in Walmart today, I actually ran into the preacher that's going to baptize them Sunday, and I talked to him for a little while. So this weekend is going to be a busy weekend. I'm off, but we are going to the high school football game Friday night. Saturday, the Vols play, so I'm going to grill a bunch of wings and have potato skins and homemade jalapeno poppers and stuff like that for us to munch on. And then Sunday we're going to church and they're getting baptized. So it's going to be a really good weekend, hopefully. The weather's supposed to be really nice. It's not real hot. I think the highs the rest of the week's going to be in the 70s. So it even feels like football weather. Might be a little chilly in the river up there while they're getting baptized, but they'll be all right. So how long have I been rambling here? About 25 minutes. So anything you guys want to talk about? I've hit on a few subjects here, but nothing major. Nothing major in the news today. Still war raging in Europe. It could pop off again in the Middle East anytime. And the same thing in the South China Sea with China and Taiwan. Yeah, we're old-fashioned around here, Shelly. They don't, at that little church where we go, they don't have a indoor baptizing thing. What they call it, baptismal pool. Yeah, there's only, on a good Sunday, maybe 50 people there, which is really good. Excuse me, until they got their pastor. They were only having like 13 or 14 people there. So the church has really grown here in the last few months. Hey, Lee, co-war prepper. Good to see you, buddy. If you haven't subscribed to Lee's channel at Co-War Prepper, he is really intelligent and puts out a lot of great content. He does live streams 2 or 3 nights a week. And Lee, I'm working nights this weekend. I keep saying I'm going to get back in the live stream, but here lately, all I've been doing is catching the replays on everybody's live stream. It's kind of frustrating, but as much as I work here the last couple of years, it's hard for me to catch all the stuff that I want to catch. Yes, ma'am, baptized just like Jesus. See, that they're even fancier at that church. I went to another church, which was started on by the opposite side of my family, my uncle on my mom's side. And we didn't have a river to baptize in. We did it in a creek. So the boys are fancy. They're moving up to a river. So I always grew up in church. Like I say, my granddad started the church I go to now. And then my uncle and them had a church probably 10 miles down the road. So we were in church Saturday night, Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesday night. No exceptions, no excuses. So I don't go as much as they did. I work crazy shifts, so I only get to go a couple of times a month. Let's see what JD said. 0 Hour Podcast. I know Rural 2IC, Half-Ass Ready I've seen in chats, and Ohio Valley Prepping. Okay, I have to check that out on Sunday nights. I'll get on there and subscribe to his channel. So, let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about. Can y'all hear Rosie back there snoring? That's why she don't sleep in the bedroom with me anymore. I can't get any sleep. She sounds like a chainsaw when she gets going. See if I can get the obligatory Rosie pick. Pitiful. Here? Lord of mercy. Hey, Rose. Thank you. I'm mean to that child. All righty. Midway got baptized at the cattle market in a water tank. Hey, that'll work too, Midway. Like I say, let's mention the channels here. They're all here together. Y'all please subscribe. Co-War Prepper. Holman's Homestead. And Midway Farms. So 3 really good channels. I watch their videos. They're at the top when I go into, where it lists on your TV or on the top of your phone, the people you watch the most, they're up there. So get her a sleep study. Yes, Rosie can't function unless she has her 20 hours sleep every day. She hates it when I'm off work. I interrupt her all the time. So I'm going to cut this thing off here in just a couple of minutes because I got a few more chores to do before the boys get home from school. I don't know when I can do a live stream. I'm thinking about doing one. I won't do one this weekend because I got too much stuff going on. And next week I work days, 12-hour days. So I may do one next Thursday night, say around, get home from work. I don't get home till about 6:30. Then I have to eat. So we'll say about 7 to 7:30. I don't think anybody does a live stream on Thursday nights. Let's see. I know Vision Preparedness does one. Lee, do you do a live stream on Thursday? I can't remember. The other one is right here, Lee. It's Holman's Homestead. So Midway does some really good talks about stuff, a lot of stuff that I talk about. And Holman does Holman's Homestead, Doug and Carolyn, and I think Daniel do a lot of stuff with gardening and cooking. They put up some really good, I like their What's for Supper Wednesday videos. So really good channel. What time do you do your show on Thursday, Lee? Because I'm not going to do one I'm not going to go on the same time you are, buddy. That's why I do these in the middle of the afternoon. I'll tell you what, I'll do one next Friday, another lunchtime live or something. So that's it for today. I appreciate y'all watching. And there's a couple things I want to talk about. I'm going to keep harping on this till everybody has one. Jase Medical, a Jase case. I think every prepper or preparedness-minded person should have a Jase case. And I know I get a little bit of a cut if y'all buy one using my link, but I don't care. I have 3, and I also have 2 of the contingency medicals. And I'm not trying to compete with Bear Independent, and I never talk about these, but I have these IFAKs, and if you'll search through the community post, there's in a video, I've got a video of what all is in this IFAK, and I would compare it to the other IFAKs you see preppers sell, and this one is $165. I lowered the price $10. So I did have a list of everything that's in these, but I think they're really good, and I'll mail them to you. Shipping's free, so me and a buddy I work with put these together, and we don't make a whole lot of money off those. But if you're interested, just email me, and we'll get together and talk about it. Let's see, Lee. Franklin Horton's Volume 2 of Locker 9 series. Yeah, Lee does a lot of book reviews on his channel, 8 p.m. Central. Okay. So I could do one next Thursday night about 7:30. I'll figure it out, and I'll put up the little whatever it's called through StreamYard that reminds folks. And JD, I appreciate you buying the Jase case and Jase Medical. Also, if you're still working like I am, and I have a health savings account, they accept your health savings card for a Jase case. All right, folks. Well, that's it for today. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. I'm going to get in here and get cleaned up and start cooking. So y'all have a great evening, and I'll see you in the next video or in your live stream, Lee, eventually. I might be able to catch part of one Wednesday night if we get all our work done Tuesday night. I'm working this Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night, and we try to get everything done the first night or the first day. So appreciate y'all stopping by. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you folks later. Adios, friends and neighbors. Love you. Mean it.